Welcome. Forest night out in St. Louis over at XTRM FX Marketing. Excited to be here with you today. I'm going to talk about one thing that's very important. It's probably going to be the majority of what we're talking about here is helping you secure your brand. So today we're going to talk about why a .com domain might not necessarily be the best direction to go for you in terms of branding your business and talking about your brand. Basically, I'm going to talk about some of the different domain name extensions you may not even know exist. Everybody's always looking for a .com. .com may not necessarily be the best direction for your business. You also may want to consider securing multiple extensions for your business, especially if your brand is very important for you. So some extensions to stay away from. When I say extensions, .com is an extension, right? .net, .org, .biz, .ws, .info. Those are all extensions. Some of the extensions that you definitely want to stay away from when you're securing your brand. One of the extensions is definitely the .ws. You need to stay away from that one. .info is not a good one to go with as well. The only time you're ever going to choose a .org is if you're an actual nonprofit organization. So if you're not a nonprofit, you can't choose a .org. Of course, .gov is reserved for government. .mil is for military, so on and so forth. And then there's some other countries. So let me do a screen share here. Share the screen, bring you right over here to where you're going to end up. If you go to the website, you're going to end up right here on the site. Getting your branded domain, you're going to jump up here to it says get branded domains. When you come into your domains, right, you can choose a domain, you can search for one. So let's search for I'm going to do my wife's, right? Summer Rain Boutique. And the reason I did that is if you happen to have, it's probably going to say it's already taken because it is, but here's what's really neat when you're searching for extensions. You'll notice one of the things that it does, it gives you optional extensions. She can actually do summerrain.boutique. So if you have a boutique, instead of including boutique in your name, you can actually include your branded name. So maybe it is Summer Rain, or maybe it's Visions, or maybe it's something else, right? And it is a boutique. You could use boutique as the extension instead of .com. So instead of summerrain.com, which there's probably a lot of those out there, you could use Summer Rain Boutique. Here's a .com, here's a .org. Of course, like I said before, now this is just going to suggest extensions. It doesn't mean that you necessarily should use it like the .org. The only time, again, you want to use a .org is if you're an organization. Summerrain.info, stay away from those. I don't care what you do to stay away from those. .coms. .co would be a company. .us can be used if you are a US based company. They're going to make you provide proof that you are a US based company, so you can only use .us. Again, you've got a hyphen in the name. Don't necessarily recommend hyphens in your name, because every time you say it, you've got to do summerrain-boutique.com. It gets a little bit confusing. Now, of course, in a printed version, it really wouldn't matter. Summer Rain Boutique Online, XYZ. Again, here's a variation of that. There's a .biz. There's a .club. A club might be something if you have some type of organization like that's a club that somebody might, the skiing club, the biking club, the hiking club, the skydiving club. It's a club. You could use a .club. A store, maybe you have a store, right? Maybe Summer Rain Boutique is a store, so you might want to secure this as well for store. You've got shop, maybe you have an online shopping store that's simply online. People, you want them to shop. Of course, here's another, the summerraincouture.com. It's going to give you tons and tons of options to choose from. .me, this would be more for somebody that's a public figure. You would want to do a .me. So if I was going to do me, it'd be forestnight.me, or jimsmith.me, or tomjones.me, or michaeljackson.me might be up here. So as you can see, there's tons and tons of studio, might be for music production studio or artist studio or something like that. .pro. I've actually got my trading platform set up for our educational platform, where we actually drive traffic to get people enrolled in our trading education platform. It's a .pro. It's iTradeFX.pro. And I've got a .pro set up there because the goal of that is to teach people how to be professional traders, right? So pretty cool there. Again, here's an art, here's a blog. Maybe you have a blog post, you have a WordPress blog set up. You can do that as well. So you can see there's tons and tons. Mobi's primarily for mobile. Maybe you just want your site to be on mobile, or maybe you have two different sites. Now, most websites, I know, like the blogs, the WordPress platforms that we offer are mobile ready. So they'll automatically fit into your mobile. You don't have to do anything like that. Maybe you have a dance studio. I'm not sure what today would be. Maybe a news site, a rental location. Here again is boutique, submarine boutique, design, .work and .fashion. Maybe you have a fashion store. Maybe you're into fashion, or maybe you do fashion photography. So it would be, for example, my daughter Krista. She takes she's a photographer, so she might want to have her name up here followed by fashion, because she does fashion photography and things like that. So that might be an option. And you'll notice that over here, these have different prices based on the popularity, and depending on the domain that you're looking for, some of these prices on these domains. Now, these are yearly, these are not monthly, these are yearly prices. Some of them can get really, really expensive in terms of your yearly costs. So before you hit go and collect, there are actually domain companies out there, like they call them domain miners, if you want to put it that way, that actually will buy a domain, and they sit on it and they sell them for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So just some options here as you're searching. I would recommend you get out a notepad when you're doing this type of research. Get out a notepad so you can start taking notes about the different types of extensions, because I've done it before. We get in and say, did I look for .com? Did I look for this, or did I look for that variation? Write down different variations of your brand, and make sure you understand that when you're promoting your brand, wherever you go, right? Wherever you go, you're going to promote your brand, whether it's with a QR code, a website address on a t-shirt or something like that. I've got the actual QR code on the back of my shirt here, so that if somebody is interested in what I'm doing, they would scan the QR code. It's going to take them to my website. And of course, it's all about building your brand. I've got my brand colors, which happen to be the sort of the red color and the yellow color here. Those are my brand colors that I've secured for you. So highly recommend you put some thought into securing your brand, securing your business, understanding the importance of brand recognition. So everywhere you go, your brand should look very, very familiar. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work to get everything congruent across all platforms. And I know that when I've changed up my brand, a little bit here. So I've got to go into different areas and make some changes on, say, on my YouTube channel. I need to go in and get that updated a little bit. I need to go over to my other Facebook page, get that updated a little bit. I need to make sure that my TikTok channel that I just posted that TikTok on is congruent. So no matter where I am, somebody sees it and says, oh, that's Forrest with xtrmfxmarketing.com. And he's going to be talking about branding and domains and business tools and ways to generate leads and grow my business. Questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me, or if you'd like, you can reach out to me via telephone at 314-498-7688. Text me first and tell me who you are and why you're reaching out, because if you just call me, I'm not going to answer the phone because I don't know who you are. So text me first. Let me know who you are, why you want to chat, and I'll figure out if I can talk to you right there or not. I've got a ton of coaching clients that I talk to throughout the week. And I appreciate you. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact and help you grow your brand.